Hi, Dave Roscoe here. I just wanted to share with you a experience I just had with my exchange. I created an account with PionexUS. I funded it from my bank with $30. I went through the process of purchasing USDT and then purchasing Pi. I realized that I could not transfer any of that purchased Pi into my Pi wallet. So I contacted support. Not being familiar with the ins and outs of Pionex, I asked them, why would that be the case? And he explained to me that there's a 14-day waiting period for any ACH or bank deposit to go through. In the meantime, they let you buy and sell crypto on a type of credit, but they don't let you transfer it out of the exchange in case for some reason the deposit gets recalled. And that part I understand. I think 14 days is a little much, but okay. Then as a test, I transferred 2 Pi from my Pi wallet into my Pionex wallet, and that went through without a problem. I figured that because this was not part of the bank deposit, which I used to purchase the previous Pi, that I'd be able to turn around and transfer it back to my Pi wallet. When I tried to do that, that was not the case. So I contacted Pionex support again, and I explained the situation, and I asked, here's the transfer from my Pi wallet. Why does my transferable balance show 0? They have some minimum requirements and there's fees and whatnot, but it's a non-zero value that I should have been able to transfer back into my Pi wallet, but I couldn't. His response was that because my ACH or the bank deposit was within the waiting period, I couldn't transfer any of my crypto out. And that makes absolutely no sense. That transaction from my Pi wallet into Pionex was not anything to do with a creditor. So bank or otherwise, it should have been able to transfer out. And he was unable to explain to me why that wasn't the case. The Pi that I transferred from my wallet into Pionex is locked up on the Pionex exchange for 14 days because it got tied up with this other transaction, which was completely unrelated. I asked him, I said, if I had not made any bank deposit and transferred my Pi over from my wallet, I'd be able to transfer it back? And he said, yes. And I very succinctly told him that doesn't make any sense and ended the support call. Be careful with exchanges. They all have their quirks. They don't always work the way you want them to. And you can't always count on support to give you the answers that you need. I'm a little frustrated, but it has nothing to do with the Pi network. So don't panic, stay the course, and remember, the success of the Pi network begins with you. Pi to the moon. Peace.